Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bulletproof Underwear, episode number 213. Yes, I am your co-host, Andrews.
And I'm your co-host, Flex.
And today we are joined by that spectacle of manliness that he is, none other than Mr. Brigham Kindell. Yeah!
It's me.
Oh. So, what's been going on, boy? It's been a long time.
Work. I just went on a vacation, though, so that wasn't work, but
Oh,
it's
cool.
not a drive.
Okay, so it was like Chevy Chase kind of vacation where you pack up the whole crew and drive?
Yep, we went up to Yellowstone. Didn't get eaten by bears. Only saw one bear, actually.
Wow, you saw a bear.
Yeah, it was fun.
Well, did you see any buffaloes?
Yes, like way too many buffaloes. I'm sick of buffalo now. But had some elk, some deer, some antelope.
Actually, the deer and the antelope play.
Yep. It was good, though. I mean, if you've never been to
I never have, no.
Yeah, it's a place that I think everybody should visit once. A lot of beautiful things, a lot of good thermal action going on.
Well, you know, it's on a hot spot.
Oh yeah, it's like the world's biggest volcano if it ever wants to go off. I mean, it's like super volcano status. The caldera is pretty much the whole park.
So if it decides to go,
everybody in the Western United States is done. Canada is going to blow California to bits.
Oh man, I was hoping it would just get Utah. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we'll probably be in the crater that it creates because they're going to say it's going to explode, not just erupt. It's just going to
boom.
So,
yeah.
See, there's some crazy stuff you can, watch on it, but it's still really pretty there. I mean, just beautiful.
All right, so the bears that they have there, what kind of bears do they got? They got grizzlies or brown bears or what?
They have grizzlies and black and brown, and they have everything pretty much except for polar.
Whole gamut.
Yeah, well, if I was a grizzly bear, I would take offense. It's like I don't want to be called grizzly. that's kind of a negative connotation. Grizzle. I'm grizzled.
Yeah, they're really so far away you could barely even tell it was a bear. But there's a lot of people stopped, like they slam on their brakes. Oh my gosh, a bear! No, it's crazy how many like just stupid drivers there are.
Stop right in the middle of the road.
You know what? I read a story yesterday. A lady in Japan, they have these wildlife parks. The kind where the wild animals are roaming free, lions and tigers and stuff like that. And you drive in your car. Even though they have like strict signs everywhere, do not ever get out of your car. This woman and this man in this car got into a domestic argument, like they were fighting or something. Mm-hmm. And the woman got out of the car and was promptly dragged away and killed and eaten by a lion.
Really?
Wow.
Well, there was a little calf buffalo that some people decided to take into their minivan because they thought it looked cold.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
And they had to euthanize the buffalo, which I have no clue why they had to euthanize it. I guess they tried to get it back into its herd, but they wouldn't accept it because it smelled like van. And so they killed it. Probably wanted to eat it, but I don't know why they couldn't just take it to a local rancher or something.
Oh, yeah, nothing like buffalo veal. It's the best.
Oh, yeah. Buffalo actually is pretty good. Like,
really? I never had the guts to try it.
No,
you never ate buffalo?
Tastes great.
Very good meat.
Yeah, and then they crossbreed buffalo with cows and call it beefalo. That's really good, too.
Are those guys who have like the weird sadistic clown faces painted on the beefalos?
Maybe.
No, those are juggalos. I was just kidding.
Juggalos. What are those guys? Juggalos. Insane Clown Posse guys.
That's it. ICP. You know, we were just at Fuddruckers, which is a hamburger joint that we have in town, and I guess it's a chain, and you can get conventional burgers. And I like it because the smallest one is a quarter pound, third pound, half pound, and you can even get a pound.
I think I had one there that was like that big once, yeah.
It's a big fucking meat patty. But you can also, if you want to pay a little extra, you can get buffalo or ostrich.
Now, ostrich is something I haven't ever eaten, so I don't know what that tastes like.
Well, if you do eat ostrich, it's a feather in your cap.
What in your gut? One time, I was up in Montana doing like this church service thing I did for a couple years, and one of the days I was helping slaughter cows. And when we walked into the slaughterhouse, there was something that I had never seen before hanging by its legs, just like, skinned. Obviously, it's just meat, but it was a big ostrich.
Oh my Lord!
And if you think they look funny, like alive and with feathers on, they look really weird, like alien-like.
Resident Evil like.
Yeah, it's like, freaks me out.
You know what? I bet they got some awesome drumsticks on them.
Oh.
like the Flintstones or something.
Make buffalo wings look small.
Yeah, really. One buffalo wing, ostrich buffalo wing will feed a whole party, No
kidding. That'd be crazy. I wonder who was the first person to say, you know what, that thing looks good. I'm going to try it.
Well, it's probably a caveman or something, back in the ancient days.
Well, are they from Africa or Australia? I never remember.
Ostriches, I think, are Africa. Emus. Which is a big, tall bird. Those are Australian.
Yeah. I know there's something in South America that's kind of like it. Has a little bit more feathers. And it has like a talon almost on its thing that'll gut you if you're not... Like a raptor talon. I don't know what those are called.
Ooh. I would not want to be raptor killed by a South American ostrich clone.
Don't want to be raptor killed by anything. There was a guy killed by a grizzly bear earlier this year in Glacier National Park, which is in Montana.
Wow. What was the circumstances that he was killed under?
He was just off the trail. Bear came up and bit him right out. Like, I think it took the back of his leg, and you have major arteries going through the back of your leg.
Yeah. Did you ever see the movie The Revenant?
No, I haven't seen that yet, but I want to. Yeah.
Oh my God! There's a scene where Leonardo DiCaprio is attacked by a grizzly bear, and it's CGI or something. It's like it's not a real bear, but it looks so real. It's the most believable, realistic CGI I've ever seen. It was like, he's fighting with a bear. The bear is slashing him and fucking him up, and he ends up jabbing a knife right underneath the bear's throat, And then they both roll down a long hill, and the bear flops on top of him.
He's such a stud.
Leonardo?
Yeah. He survived, but he's got like every bone in his body is broken, and he's like completely messed up.
Did they call in a chopper?
Get to the chopper.
This was like the early 1800s or something.
Yeah, I know. That's being funny.
I'm excited to see that movie. I don't know why I haven't seen it. I just haven't picked it up yet. Have you seen The Gray? That movie freaked me out. It's about Liam Neeson is up in Alaska, and he shoots wolves that come try to eat the oil people, and their plane crashes. And then it's about like this group of people trying to survive against a pack of wolves. The pack of wolves just pick them apart.
Ooh.
I don't like wolves. Freaks me out.
Well, you just treat a wolf like you treat a dog, like bad wolf.
Here in Minnesota, we shoot them.
Stay.
Yeah, they shoot them in Utah.
They're
actually starting to come to Utah, which is kind of crazy. But
well, you guys are like out in the true West.
Yeah, sort of. You're more west than me.
Well, no, I'm talking about the true Wild West. It's like All right, you got the couple of cities that are in Utah, but they're separated by large expanses of wilderness, right? I mean, this is kind of
I mean, there's a lot of desert and a lot of mountains. You go more north though, then you start getting into the forests and stuff like that. But California, I mean, it's kind of the same way. You got a lot of desert, a lot of wooded areas, a lot of coyote problems. I know in Southern California.
Yeah. Well, all the cities are along the coast.
Yeah.
The whole rest of the inland is very sparse.
Yeah.
Very sparse.
It's kind of crazy though.
If you ever drove from here to Las Vegas, you definitely see a lot of that crazy shit.
Oh yeah, well that's how we have to come. Like if I go to Disneyland or Anaheim, when we've had the tournaments that I've casted in Anaheim, we go down to Vegas and then over to Los Angeles, and go through that Death Valley area.
Last time I see the Joshua trees.
Yeah, and last time I did that, my air conditioning blew up, like just the hose. And
you had to do it with no AC?
With no AC on the way back. It was nuts. And it was like 112 there that day. And oh my gosh, I thought I was going to die.
Oh, God.
We got like shirts and soaked them in water and hung them up in the windows so that it would kind of create like an air conditioning type thing. But it didn't work well.
Damn, you just get like huge bottles of Gatorade, like constantly just slugging.
Yeah. But once you get past Vegas, it gets a lot cooler. You get up into St. George. It was only like 100 in St. George compared to 115 in Death Valley.
Yeah.
And then you get up to Cedar City, that's in Utah, and it cools down 20 degrees. So.
Well, one time we had a vacation. We went to Palm Springs, and it was in August. I didn't really think about it, but Palm Springs is super in the desert.
Oh yeah, it's hot. And it's crazy how green the golf courses are there too.
Oh yeah. They don't worry about the drought or anything like that.
No, they have too much money to worry about the drought.
Yeah, it's a pretty wealthy town for sure.
What part of California do you live in?
Oakland.
Oh, really? Cool. That's cool.
I work in San Francisco.
I work in an accounting firm, and it's based out of Los Altos. So.
Oh yeah, that's Bay Area.
Yeah. So
have you been out there?
No, not yet. Not since I've gotten this job. I used to live in San Francisco on the Presidio. My old man was in the military.
Oh really?
So that was like I remember a little bit of it, but I was I think 5 when we left San Francisco. So I don't remember a ton, but.
So you didn't exactly leave your heart in San Francisco?
But I still like 49ers are one of my favorite football teams. 49ers and Tampa Bay, those are my 2 favorite teams.
Well, my favorite quarterback, I bet, is one of your favorites. Steve Young.
Steve Young, one of my favorites.
One of my favorites.
Joe Montana, loved him too.
Oh, I think he's everybody's favorite. Everybody loved Joel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was just like a cool guy.
He was. And you know what? He had ice water in his veins, man. When the pressure was on, he played so good, It's like
like a machine.
Exactly.
Well,
anyway, so does your town have a pro football team? No, they don't.
Utah? No, we don't have. We just have the 2 big colleges, University of Utah in Salt Lake, and then BYU in Provo. So they're starting to get better, and especially Utah. Utah starting to do things in the Pac-12. So it's good to see that.
Are you close to Salt Lake? Salt Lake City?
I'm about 50 miles away.
Okay.
So we get up there maybe once a month. And Provo is just 10 miles away. So.
All right. So you're working hard, but are you playing hard? What's the deal with video games these days?
You know what? I haven't been playing. It's so sad. I like a little bit here and there. We just got a Wii U, so I've been playing that with the kids a little bit more, but nothing like super. Nothing like to do. It sucks. And when I have like I've played a couple weeks ago, But other than that, I've just been too busy doing all sorts of different things.
Well, I was just going to ask you about the buffs and nerfs today.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know. I know the Vesper got nerfed, didn't it? Was it the Vesper?
Well, the Vesper and the VM. What's the
initial, VMP?
The VMP. One of them got buffed and the other got nerfed.
Yeah, I just looked on Twitter and everybody was mad. I think it was the Vesper that they were mad about. I don't remember, but I haven't touched it. I haven't played that game in at least a month, which sucks. But it's the way the dice roll.
You're not playing because you just haven't felt like playing, or your box is busted or something?
No, my box is great. It's just I haven't had time really. But I'm spending more time with my kids. Work is a big factor, and then my wife is working more, so I have to tend my kids more, and then house stuff, mowing the lawn, life.
Well, maybe things will settle down come this fall when the next COD drops.
I am hoping so. I'm in the process of getting my master's degree, and so a lot of time is going to school as well. I mean, not this last couple months I've been off, but I'll pick that up again. And it's also hard because I'm not casting, and that's my passion is casting. So it's hard to play because then I want to cast, but I can't because that's such a big time commitment that it's just not possible right now.
So you're not doing the Perfect Alliance stuff or any of that kind of junk?
No, not lately. And part of the problem is I don't have a PS4, so I have an Xbox One. So,
COD has gone pretty heavy over to the
PS4.
Yeah. PS4, yeah. So the new game that comes out, I think they're going to get to play like a month early.
Really?
On PS4 or something like that. Multiplayer will come out like a month sneak preview or something. Is that what I heard, Flex?
I think you did. They might as well give a sneak preview because nobody's going to play it.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's Modern Warfare that they give you a sneak preview of.
I think it is. I think it's Modern Warfare.
I think it's probably both. I mean, we'll see. But, the Call of Duty franchise has that tied to PS4 now so that they get all the new content and
all the content, the patches, all the promotions.
Well, they're putting Terminal in the new one,
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're putting remake it. Remake.
Oh yeah. It's Infinity Ward, so why not? They got
remake a Terminal.
Yeah, everybody likes Infinity Ward games too. It seems like.
Not me.
You don't like them?
Not me. I hate them.
No, it's Treyarch that they like. Yeah, I like Treyarch games more.
Yam hated MW3.
I didn't hate it. I just didn't care for it. Like the super abilities, like the specialist. Free one-hit kill stuff. It's like, oh man, it's
I kind of wish they'd go backwards and have like a Vietnam era shooter. No jetpacks, just guns.
If only there was a game like that on Xbox One. There is.
Which one?
The original Black Ops is backwards compatible, man.
Really? I didn't know that. I actually never played the original Black Ops.
Oh my God! You have got to go get yourself a cheap copy of that game.
I probably will.
It works like a charm. Me and Flex have been playing the shit out of it. I mean,
really?
The shit. It is the best.
Is there a lot of people in the lobbies and stuff?
Yeah. That's cool. It's got a good population. I bet it's probably higher than Ghost was like 6 months in. Advanced Warfare.
I hated Ghost. That sucked so bad.
It did.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't fun to play. Half my shots didn't register in time. It's like, come on. But
the maps were the worst of all times.
Yeah. Black Ops 2 is still one of my favorites. I loved Black Ops 2.
I love Black Ops 2 a lot. But I love Black Ops, the original, more.
Yeah.
You got to get that game, man. It is so fun. Just like you were saying, it's Cold War, boots on the ground, very, very straightforward. It's stripped down to its basics. It's got a lot of different kill streak options, and you can do your loadouts and your perks and stuff. But it's It's real straightforward. There's not a whole lot of BS in it.
Got a little bit of Nam in there, a little bit of Cuba.
Yeah, a little bit of Cuba.
That's cool.
A little bit of Black Ops, secret CIA stuff.
Dun dun dun.
And of course, you got your zombies.
Yep, you got them there zombies.
Do you guys play zombies a lot?
Nah, I gotta get into it. Somebody who plays has to teach me how to play.
See, I've never really gotten into it either. It's just, I don't know.
I'm pretty terrible at it. So
have you ever had anybody hold your hand who is like kind of a zombies guy?
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Ozymandias tried to help me once. That was kind of sad.
Oh, he's good at zombies.
Yeah, he's good. I sucked. I couldn't even find where he was.
Yeah,
he'd like go into secret passages or something, and it's crazy.
Yeah, he's a married man now.
Is he? Oh, yeah, I think I did hear that, actually.
And has a kid.
What? Man, he was a young guy.
He is.
Young dog.
I believe he's
a young dog.
believe he's in the Air Force now.
I heard he was in Japan.
Well, yeah, he was in Japan. He married a Air Force gal. So he's going in the Air Force too?
He's going in or is in. I don't know which.
Or married in, one of the two. One of the three.
Yeah. Yeah, wow.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he is. Well, he was really nice to come on our show. I know, for some reason, that's how I know you. I don't know why, but like, I guess you're one of his friends, and I got to be one of his friends, and that's how I got to know you.
Cool.
Through Ozzy,
Yeah, I think it was through Ozzy. Yeah, it was either through Ozzy or Drifter, or one of the two.
Yeah, well, I met Drifter. He came out to San Francisco to do a meetup, so I got to actually meet him.
Oh, cool.
He remembered doing our show. We're not friends, but I think we're friendly, but we're not friends. We don't hang out together. I never played with him.
At least you got to meet him. I haven't met him. I've played with him a few times. He knows who I am. I mean, obviously, but he's a good guy. He has a good heart for trying to help people.
Oh, he was a super nice guy when he came on our show. Mm-hmm. He was really a good sport.
He's a good
dude. We went for about 2 hours.
Yeah, we did.
2 hours?
Really?
It was busy schedule.
It was a long podcast.
Wow, that's cool. And that was for 100?
That was for 100, yeah.
You guys at home, you can go back and look at that one.
Check out episode 100. It's a good one. It's a real good one.
I can't believe how many of you guys have done. That's crazy.
I know. And we got to meet a lot of cool people. We got to talk to a lot of interesting folks. We do it because we like it.
That's cool.
Yep.
We'd like to say we do it for the fans, but we really do it because we like doing it.
Do it for the money?
Yeah. We're money whores.
It's all about the chain, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really wealthy. Look at the expansive mansion I live in.
More like I spent money like this.
Regular TV.
Yeah. Now there are some folks who have a little bit of a reputation for doing it for the money, like Allier and especially Teeny Mart. You heard about the gambling?
Yeah, I heard about that. It kind of threw me off a little bit. I've met T. Martin in real life. Nice dude. At least he was really nice to me.
Was he super excited to meet you?
No, I wouldn't say super excited.
I'm super excited. He's always super excited.
Yeah. No, he's more quiet when you talk to him. But I was kind of surprised to hear that, just how it happened. I never watched the video, but everybody said that he basically lied, saying he just found this website. It's like, you found a website you helped create? That's interesting.
Yeah, so he goes into a gambling website. Oh my God, look who I just randomly ran into in the lobby. It's Ali A. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And Ali A also owns it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And who's the dude from England? Tom.
Yeah, Syndicate.
Oh, Pro Syndicate. Yeah, Syndicate. He's also really nice. But
well, he seems like he's got a little bit more of a mean streak in him. He's a little bit. he's the guy who kind of turned Wings' career around. It's like sort of that was the fall of Wings, that 1v1
Really?
had.
Is Wings still doing stuff? I mean, I see videos every once in a while, but I don't see him on very often.
Yeah, last I saw, he was doing a BioShock playthrough. He's getting like a couple of hundred views or something. His YouTube
content
career
used to be like huge, but now it's not.
Yeah, well, what turned him around was that he had a 1v1 and against Tom Syndicate on the original Modern Warfare, and they were live streaming it. You don't know about this?
No.
Oh wow, this is major COD, YouTube.
When was it? Last year or this year?
No, this was probably 2012.
Really?
Yeah. Or maybe 2013. I'm not sure.
Because his stuff, like I know at least 2 years ago, he was still on Woody's show, and he still was getting a lot of views then. And it seems like after he broke off with Woody, because, I mean, he would just cause a lot of drama just because of how he is. And he broke off with Woody, and it seemed like that's when it started going downhill.
Yeah. Well, I've watched him live stream before. You know what? He is kind of a jerk hole.
Well, I mean, he's not nice to his viewers. That's what's sad. And
yeah, well, he wasn't nice to his teammates or anybody. He's just like.
Yeah. One of the funniest videos I've ever seen was of his, though. Have you seen where he stabs his TV?
Yeah,
that was so fun. That's like one of the first things I ever saw of his, and I used to have that same gun, and
with the bayonet.
Yeah, with the bayonet, you couldn't the bayonet was pretty much soldered on. It was a pin, well, not soldered, but it was a pin that had been hammered, so you could only really cut it off with a torch, or you could drill it out, I guess. But
what the hell kind of gun is that?
It's a Mosin Nugent is what it's called. It's a Russian gun. So basically, there's crates and crates and crates of these guns that just are sitting somewhere in Russia.
Is that the one that has the foldable bayonet?
Yeah, so it pulls out and you can put it up, and then it's like kind of like a spring. And
yeah.
Has a little hole that comes through the around the barrel, but
and then you got to be careful that you don't grab it by the bayonet.
No, they're not sharp.
Oh,
okay. It's not like a knife. It's basically like a really like you could stab somebody with it. You got to be careful with the tip, but as far as the sides aren't sharp at all.
Oh, okay.
But that
gun was in World at War. I remember that.
Yeah,
I believe
you're right.
So speaking of World at War, I know you are not really known as a Battlefield guy, but are you interested in the Battlefield 1?
I think that's cool. I do like Battlefield. I mean, I don't play it a ton. I like sniping in it. I'm too much of a COD player, though. Like, in that game, you can't run and gun. You can't just run around and shoot people. You got to be, like, very tactical and take your time. Yeah. And I just don't have the patience for that. I'd rather run in, shoot, jump, stab.
Yeah, because once you take damage, you don't heal up real quick.
No, not at all. And then there's people who know how to use those stupid, like the tanks or the airplanes or the helicopters, and then they just mow everybody else over. It's like
I've never like really been a Battlefield guy. I tried it. It's not really my game, but World War I, man, that sounds so fucking cool.
Yeah, I just got through like Band of Brothers and the Pacific. Watched that about a month ago. Finished those up, and I would love to watch that series and then play that game. You know what I mean? Just it's fun.
I saw something, BBC America, I think it was on Netflix, some little mini series about World War I.
Really?
And it was pretty good. It was pretty cool.
Huh. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. Yeah, good old Netflix. They raised their price $1.
Really? Yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
It went up $1. That's
Bastards.
an increase of $12 a year. Oh my God! How am I going to pay for that?
So isn't it like 10? It's a little less than 10%. It's kind of crazy.
Well, for them, it probably is going to increase the revenues a lot. But it's like $1. The fluctuation in the price of gas, is more than that. Shit.
Yeah, no kidding. Gas is crazy.
Yeah.
What shows do you usually watch on Netflix? Do you have like a certain series that you're watching, or?
I haven't been watching too much on Netflix lately. Guilty pleasure. The original. What was that? It happened in San Francisco. These three men, and they're raising these little girls.
3 Men and a Baby.
No.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
Full House.
Full House. Oh, yeah.
Full House.
Yeah. Full House. That the Olsen twins starred as the littlest girl. They split.
Mm-hmm.
They had they have got a remake out on Netflix.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah,
Well, I watched like 5 minutes of it. Couldn't handle it. Hey, is it all right if I go take a leak really quick?
Oh, go for it, dude.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm like dying over here. Hold on one second.
We know how that goes.
Yeah, Brigham's gotta release the Kraken.
How many times has Flex fucking interrupted the show to go take a piss?
Looks like a comfy chair he's got there.
Yeah, it is.
And he made his bed.
Yup.
We'll have to ask him if he always makes his bed or if he made it because it's going to be on the show. Do you make your bed?
Look at me. Are you kidding?
It's quick. Sorry about that. I got a little bladder. Too much fat.
Hey, man, too many times we've had to interrupt the show so I could go to the bathroom.
You should have went while I went. Luckily, I used to be in a basement. Since the last time I was on, I've moved into my new house, and this is like my master bedroom. And there's a bathroom right there. It's awesome.
Hey, cool. So when you got up and left, I commented number one, your chair looks nice and comfortable.
It's not.
Oh, it's not. Okay. Well, it looks good.
This is like the worst chair I've ever had, but it's a chair. It's good.
Yeah. And the second thing is wow, his bed's made.
My wife is just super anal about making the bed. She does it every day. She's amazing.
Okay, I was gonna say,
she made the quilt that's on there too.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
We're gonna ask
really?
you, did you make it just because the bed was gonna be on TV?
No. She makes it every day. It's crazy. I wouldn't. I just throw I don't even sleep with a blanket half the time. But I would just throw it on the floor, get on the next day. I'm lazy like that. Just doesn't matter. It's gonna get ruined every day. So what's the point of making it every day? But
Yeah. So are you kind of tend to be a slob? I am for sure.
there's some things I'm very slobby about, and other things I'm very anal about having clean. So it's just kind of what it is. Like my desks always have crap on them. Not crap, but just papers and keys and glasses. Just, random stuff on my top of my dresser. I always throw my hat and whatever I'm doing on top of my dresser. But my floor, I don't like it if crap's on my floor, or stuff on the couch. I can't handle stuff on the couch, or the kitchen has to be clean.
Yeah. Well, it's you got kids. So you got Lincoln Logs and Tinker Toys and
Legos, man.
Legos.
So bad.
Nothing more painful than a Lego in the middle of the night, man.
Oh,
when you're
yeah.
away somewhere in the house.
But they're actually pretty clean kids. They haven't drawn on the walls yet, so I'm just happy.
So how old are they now?
I have a 9-year-old boy and a 5-year-old girl, so they're growing like weeds.
Wow.
Yeah, but they're cool. They enjoyed Yellowstone. They were pretty good the whole time. It's nice to be able to go places, and we're going to California in January, road trip, so that'll be fun too.
What part?
California Adventures area.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so,
Disneyland,
like Anaheim. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. So what part of California are you going to? California.
Yeah,
I'm going to the California part of California.
Usually I call all of California Disneyland because that's all we ever go there. But I plan, like, I'm hoping to make it up to your area sometime this year. So, I mean, like I said, our main office is in Los Altos. And so
Yeah.
if I do, I'll definitely hit you up.
Los Altos is a very nice little suburb, of the Bay Area.
Yeah, yeah. I hear it's kind of, the traffic there is crazy, is what I hear.
Bad traffic. Bad traffic. It's not as bad as LA, though. LA is worse.
See, and I've only been in one, like, kind of traffic jam in LA. I mean, I've only been there, like, try to go once a year, but I didn't go this year. So, been there probably times in the last 6 years.
Yeah, well, if you try to go anywhere during rush hour, it's like, oh my God.
It's like sludge.
Yeah.
You could walk faster.
You don't need to tell me, man. I lived in Chicago for 3 or 4 years. It was like,
I couldn't even imagine that.
Chicago.
It's like New York where nobody has a car because what's the point? Just get a cab, go somewhere. Everything is around you. Traffic sucks.
Yeah, yeah. So, so do you think you'll want to get back into casting at any point down the road?
Yeah, I mean, I really want to. I miss it every day. I think, oh man, I'd love to just be zoned in, playing video games, watching people that are amazing play. But it's fun. And, I'd like to get back into it. I don't know if it'll happen. If anything happens, I'll probably just start working on YouTube again, which I probably should just be doing anyways because, YouTube's fun.
Why the hell not, man?
But it's like the time and the editing of the videos that takes time and stuff like that. And I think the hardest part is coming up with content that you think people would watch. Because I've come up with things that, this is so hilarious, and then it doesn't do well, It's like, that's kind of disappointing, but...
Well, just look at it as like something to do for fun and self-expression. It's like if it catches on and if it goes big, great. If it doesn't, you're doing it because you dig it. That's the way to do it.
That's true. Very true.
Anybody who ever actually did make it probably started out just doing it because they dug it.
Yeah. Well, and there's been a lot of people that try to do it because they're like, I'm going to make so much money doing this, and then 2 weeks later they're burnt out because they're only getting 1 view per video. And
yeah. Well, sometimes they catch on, but their content sucks. Biblical Reaper. Anyway.
Wow. Oh.
That guy's kind of a joke. I'm sorry. Do you like him?
He's been nice to me on Twitter. I don't know. I haven't really watched his stuff though. But yeah, I don't.
He's kind of the king of clickbait.
What do you mean?
Well, he'll title stuff. Like. It's like I wouldn't be surprised if he has a video about Titanfall 3.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
It's like 2 hasn't even come out. So like he'll have like. Anyway,
there's a shooting club I belong to in Vegas. It's called Front Sight. They do like tactical handgun stuff, kind of fun just to go shoot. But they spam so many emails, and then one that I saw the other day is like, Front Sight is shutting down. And so I'm like, what? And so you click on it, and it says, Front Sight is shutting down their servers. So you won't be able to access it between 1 and 6. But it was like they purposely made the email title so that you would click on it and look at it. And I just felt like such a sucker. It was like, oh, man. I just fell for that one.
Yeah. I'm a Nigerian prince, and I just need you to help me out.
Well, what's sad is people fall for that. That's what I don't get. It's like, did you know I'm your relative? And you need to send me $500 and I'll send you $40,000. It's like, who would believe that? Like, honestly, who really believes that stuff? But it happens.
Well, I have to think it's either very, very dumb people. Like, there's pretty dumb people running around in this world. Or maybe, like, old people who have got, like, Alzheimer's or something.
Yeah, and they target. I mean, they say it's old people who usually fall for it, but it's like I don't know. You think you get wiser when you get older.
Yeah, up to a point, and then when your marbles start going, you don't remember.
Marbles.
Yeah.
Marbles. Oh, that's funny.
Well, if you live long enough, something starts to give way.
My grandma right now, she's 90, actually 92, something like that. And she's actually still pretty sharp. It's amazing. But then we got other, like my mom, for instance, like, this grandma is my mother's mom. She, like, I'll tell her something, and like 20 minutes later, I have to tell her again. It's like, this is what I'm doing. And it's like, go get checked. Do you have Alzheimer's? But I don't know. And she's older. She's like 65, 70. She's 70, 67, 70, something like that.
Yeah. Well, my mom's 89.
Wow.
Yeah, she's not doing so good. We three kids take turns, doing caregiving, and we have a person who does the rest of it. And she's always been pretty sharp, and just until the last couple of years, her memory is not as good as it once was. It's like, somebody left a bunch of dishes in the sink, and we want to know who was here yesterday taking care of you. And she's like, I can't remember. It's like, it was just yesterday.
Yeah, it must be frustrating for her because it's like, I don't know. I can't think of it. I mean, I have lapses like that where, you tell me something, I'm like, you told me that? But, and so maybe I'm getting to be like my mom. I don't know.
Well, let's hope it's more like your grandma.
Oh, yeah. She's pretty cool.
Yeah. So are you still going to be playing video games when you're an old fart like me and Flex?
I hope so. Like, I plan on, that's my retirement. Just that and golf. That's what I plan on doing.
Well, they got video game golf,
Yeah, I play that. Tiger Woods. It's older, but it's still good.
So, speaking of games where you have to actually go somewhere, are you part of the Pokemon Go craze?
I have it downloaded on my phone. I play it when I'm taking a dump, usually. I don't, and I should just get out and walk places, but I'm afraid I'd be, playing, and then here, this is better, and then get hit by a car.
Well, there's a lot of stories like that.
Oh yeah, I have a hard time believing them, but some of them I believe because, like you said, people are just dumb sometimes. But
yeah,
there's some of them where it's like Pokemon Go caused a 400 car pile up, and it's like I don't know if that happened. But
Well, I just saw an article in today's news. It's like the Hiroshima, memorial, wherever the ground zero for where the bomb was dropped. It's some kind of a park, kind of a memorial sort of thing. Very solemn. It's a Pokemon location.
Oh yeah.
So they got dickheads, coming there with their phones looking for Pokemon in this sacred place.
Yeah. And
they're not
it's all happy. All over any monument pretty much has one.
Yeah, the Holocaust Museum, there's people looking for Pokemon, like, hey man, have some respect.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is no kid kids these days don't have respect. That's what's wrong with the country. But they're just in it for themselves. But
so you're not a millennial. You're a Gen Xer, right?
Yeah, I'm more Gen X. I could be considered a millennial. I was graduated in '99, so it's I think '97 could either be that's when they say Generation X started, and millennial ends at 2000. Or not, sorry. Generation X ended in 2000. They say millennials started in 97, something like that. So I have friends that are millennials, and I have friends that are definitely Generation Xers. I consider myself more of a Generation X.
And you got baby boom friends.
Yeah, I do. I have lots of baby boom friends, actually.
Well, speaking about problems with the country, are you following the politics going on right now?
Dude, I try not to follow politics. I'm just waiting for somebody to come out and say, "Oh, just kidding. These aren't our These aren't who you have to elect.
This isn't our choices. We have another
Psych.
choice.
Yeah, I am so excited if that would happen, because I dislike Donald Trump tremendously, and I really dislike Hillary Clinton, and I think it's all a mess. But
It's all fucked up.
yeah, it really is, and like I feel like our country's going to war. We're either going to have a civil war or another war, but it will happen.
Maybe we'll have
Race
a race
war.
war. Yeah, maybe we'll have a race war.
Right.
Cops getting shot and stuff
It's
like
what-
that.
It's crazy. Like it's sad, but I don't know. I hope it's not a race war. I have a lot of friends that aren't white, that I really like, but I don't know. It's crazy. Stuff is happening that shouldn't happen, though. That's the main thing.
Well, crazy shit happens in Europe, man. All that stuff going on, terrorism,
Axes
bombings.
and knifings and axings and
Some old priest got his head cut off.
When
by a
was
couple of
that?
terrorists. A couple of days ago, like this
Really?
89-year-old Catholic priest in Germany. These two Islamic terrorists took over the church, and they were holding these people like kidnapped, and they cut the priest's head off with a knife.
yeah, the
That's
Pope
crazy.
stopped just short of saying that we're in a holy war.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's
People
crazy.
driving trucks over.
Yeah, I
dozens
couldn't
of
believe
people.
that when I heard that. I mean, what was it? 80 people he killed in that truck?
That's crazy.
It's nuts, and it's crazy. And you think I don't think video games ever caused this or movies, but you almost think like if that was a video game, that'd probably be pretty fun, But and it's sad to think like that, like
Yeah.
you got to get away to I don't know. It's messed up.
Well, I remember playing Dead Rising 2, and it's like you're on a motorcycle and you've got chainsaws coming off both sides of your motorcycle, and you're just cutting,
Mowing people down.
just cutting zombies down, just like all over the place.
Yeah.
But they're zombies, It's like
They're not real live human beings. Yeah.
right. When in video games, if you're killing people, usually they're like Nazis or aliens or zombies
Yeah.
or or robots or something like that.
Wasn't it one of the modern warfares? It was on Terminal, wasn't it? Where you went in as a bad guy and just shot innocent
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yep.
killing
people.
innocent people.
Stuff like that, I think, is messed up.
You could turn it off. Remember, you could turn
Yeah.
it off if you
Yeah,
if
well,
you're
and
sensitive.
I never played the campaign, but I just remember that was something in there, and thought it was kind of messed up that they would even. And now stuff like that's happening. It's crazy.
Yeah, that was very controversial when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, thank God we got people like Anita Sarkeesian to set our video game straight.
oh man,
You're a funny guy. You make me laugh.
you're so funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Right before we called you, it's like I had seen a tweet. I follow Feminist Frequency on Twitter just because I want to know what she's up to. She tweeted out that she's going to be streaming on Twitch. So I clicked on it. I was watching her stream Video Ball or something. It's a PS4 game. She was in a living room with a camera, a webcam on, and like with 3 or 4 other people. And it's one of these little stupid kind of games that you could have had on your flip phone. It's like super stupid. I mean, she doesn't play any mainstream games. Any game that she recommends is usually some stupid little
Primitive title.
primitive kind of thing, like an 8-bit kind of game.
Some people are just into that. Dang millennials.
Speaking of 8-bit, what about the new
Nintendo?
mini Nintendo?
I think that thing's going to be a hit, especially like with my generation of people who grew up with Nintendo. Your guys' generation who created it.
We talked about the controllers the other day, Yam and me, and
Yeah. Hopefully
They are
you can use a modern.
they are that goofy square shape.
Oh, really? Like the old school square shape? With
People are
just
not
A
going
and
to
B?
like that. Once you've gotten used to modern controllers, that stupid thing, you're going to hate it.
Yeah, I mean, those I had to buy because I would like get pissed off and chuck them when I was a kid. Just
Yep.
Well, if it works pretty good, if it gets halfway decent reviews, I think I'm going to get one. It sounds like too cool.
Doesn't it have like all the games that ever came out with it too?
Almost all the games that anybody would want. I forgot there's a couple that people are sort of sad that it didn't come out with, but most all the games that people want are on it.
I want Joust. That was like one of the first games I ever had.
I remember when Joust came out on the arcades. You had to pump that little guy to keep him flying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nostalgic right there.
Yeah, it is. The old arcade, man.
There was a 7-Eleven across the street from our apartment, and we would go over and play Missile Command and Joust and Centipede and Defender.
You remember in the beginning of them games, they had that Atari made that ball game. It was just X's and zeros, and you had to use a hand roller to. It had a rolling ball to.
Yeah, I never tried that. I saw people playing it. It was like a flat on a table, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember. And they had you can do multiplayer, so there's balls at certain points where other people could play too. Yeah, Missile Command, I think, was the first game that had the trackball.
Yep, it was.
I can't remember Missile Command.
Yeah, well, the missiles were coming in, and
you had to shoot them.
And you had to shoot them before they hit your cities.
Yeah, they looked like
Space Invaders came in right after that, right?
No, Space Invaders was before that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Right before it, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Space Invaders was huge.
Yeah, I love that game.
The student union of the college I was at, like there was a Space Invaders, and you could never get access to it because there's always a line of people to try and play it.
Man, I had a friend growing up that had one of those, sit-down tables, the glass top.
Uh-huh.
Both sides could play it at the same time. It was really
wow. That's cool to have. It's like that makes a hell of a rumpus room.
Yeah, well, and that was a long time ago too. Can't even imagine having that now. That'd be amazing.
I bet if you go on eBay, you could probably buy a lot of arcade titles.
Well, you can buy an arcade machine fully loaded with like a shitload of titles.
Really? Just like the little Nintendo?
Right.
Pretty
Only
cool.
it's an arcade machine with the joystick and the buttons and everything.
Yeah, but how cool would it be to have like a den where you had one after another of classic arcade, games like the wood cabinets.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And maybe a couple of pinball machines.
If I ever become a millionaire.
Yeah, if I ever strike it big, that's what I'm going to spend my money on. I'm going to have a cool ass. The man cave will be like that. Well, so is this where you would be playing video games in your bedroom?
Yeah, like I got everything set up right here for my Xbox. My Wii U, since the kids play it, it's in the living room next to the big TV. So we've been playing that in there. Playing a lot of Lego games, like Lego Lord of the Rings, Lego Batman.
Well, what's that game on Wii U that it's like a shooter, but you're using paint?
I haven't seen that yet. I don't know.
I can't remember what that game is called. Anyway, everybody says that's a really good one.
I'll have to check that out.
See, I can't believe I have Alzheimer's. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah.
Paint Invaders.
That's because it's not a real game. You dreamed it.
Yeah, right.
One thing I did like about the last, the title of Call of Duty that we have now is you put the paintball mode on. I really like it. I liked it in the last one too. Yeah,
that's sort of an interesting trick. Yeah, I never played like that. It's just because I'm not used to it. It just seemed kind of weird. I know that it's like helps you aim your shots.
Yeah, I mean, I like it just because of that. Like you can see where you're hitting, where you're not, It's also really frustrating because you'll see, spots on somebody. You can tell that they're almost dead, but they killed you. And it's like, I swear I had like 5 shots into you and you should be dead.
Lag!
Stupid
Well, follow Drifter's recommendation and get a Net Duma.
I still don't. Does it work? That's what I want to know. Does it work?
You know what? I've got a Net Duma. I got it for my birthday last year. And I'm not sure if it works or not. I do know this. If me and Flex are playing and I have it set too tight, Flex can't play. Flex can't. He can't join me. He can't even join my party. Like I have to spread.
Back it off.
Like I have to open it up to wider territory for him to be able to play. So it really does limit who you play with to local people.
That's kind of cool. See, and I don't know if that would help me out because, there's people that play in Utah, but not as many as that play in California. I usually end up being in a California lobby like half the time.
Well, let me see. Utah is kind of in the center of the nation if you look geographically, right? You're not too far from like the eastern states.
Closer to California.
Yeah.
The only thing between us and California is Nevada. But yeah, I would say, Colorado's a little bit more centered. Now I got to get some. Let me look at the map here.
Well, you're probably not too far from like Ohio and Missouri and those Midwestern.
I think we're talking like a good 2-day drive.
Well, it's a big country.
Yeah. No, it really is. Really big country. But
yeah, it'd take you a day to get across Texas.
I've done that once before. Twice. Yeah.
All my exes live in Texas.
Well, I said we lived in San Francisco. When we moved from San Francisco, we moved to Florida and drove.
Wow, that's a nice road trip.
Yeah, so we went through Texas. But it's good.
All right. So anything else in the news that we want to talk about?
Not that I can think of. I think we covered it.
All right. Okay.
Do you guys watch the news? Like actually watch the news?
Well,
I try not to myself.
I get it on CNN, MSNBC, CBS, online.
Fox News?
I don't watch Fox News.
I don't watch any of them.
Fox has a news channel.
Yeah, it's too drives me nuts. Like the news drives me nuts. I can't watch it.
The only reason I would watch Fox News is for the hot blondes that give the news out.
I don't even know who they are.
Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly's the main one. She had the little back and forth like
with
feud
Trump?
with Trump. Yeah,
With the
Called her a
dink.
bro or something like that.
yeah.
Her and the dink got in an argument.
Yeah.
I call him the dink.
That's what he is.
Yeah.
Well, if he's the president, I expect a mass migration of Americans moving to Canada.
Oh, it wouldn't be too bad.
Actually, Canada's supposed to be really nice, except it's so damn cold.
Well, yeah, it's cold. I like Canada. Been there a couple times, but
yeah, the people are
nothing
friendly.
fancy.
The Canadian people that I play games with are really nice people. They tend to be very nice.
I've played with some that weren't so nice too, but
Oh,
most of
really?
them, mostly like French Canadians aren't nice. But
Well, French. That's enough. Says it all. I'll taunt you a second time.
Hey, don't be dissing Marv, man.
Who's Marv?
One of our friends.
Yeah, Marv, Logan Grimnar.
I've met
Toby.
some that are really good, fun to play with too. But yeah, there's assholes everywhere. That's what it boils down to.
Basically, yeah. You got that one right.
Yeah,
There's also awesome people everywhere too.
That's true.
there are indeed. All right. Well, folks, if you're still watching Bulletproof Underwear, episode number 213, good for you.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. I have been your co-host, Yam Juice.
And I have been your co-host, Flex.
And we would like to thank our very good friends, been on the show several times, an amazing gamer and shoutcaster, and just a good all-around guy, Smiting Fatty, a.k.a. Brigham Kindell. Yeah!
Thanks for having me on, guys. I always enjoy being on with you guys.
Oh, thanks for coming on. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks. So, it's been a little while since we did this. You remember this part, right?
Oh, boy.
I like the leap. There was kind of a leap there.
The Lambo leap.
I was kind of, just for a second there, afraid, you know? Oh.
Thought I was coming through to eat ya.
We should put this in 3D. It's like, ah!
Like that Disney movie.
Then we'd have to send everybody glasses.
Yeah.
It'd be a good viewing prize, though.
Yeah. So are you going to run out and get you an Oculus Rift or a 3D kind of a game system?
Probably not.
Me neither.
I'm afraid it'd make me sick, to be honest. I don't get motion sick or anything, but I probably break something. It's worse than Pokemon Go.
Well, yeah, it's like you got that shit on your face and you got headphones on. It's like somebody could walk into your house and steal all your shit right in front of you and you wouldn't even know.
Yep. Well, I can't wait for the first person to drive trying to play, because that's what's going to happen.
That's going to happen, yeah. Yeah, gotta catch them all.
Oh, boy.
All right. Well, there is literally only one thing left to do. Take us out, Mr. Flex.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Hit the button. There you go.
See?